straightened everything up for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have to apologize, Mrs. Barber. After all, you're the guest, and you should be able to rearrange the room any way that you like.
Well, thank you. I really wasn't trying to rearrange it. I have a friend who came in who has an issue with fruit and vegetables.
I understand. Well, it's just that I was thinking, it must be quite a relief for you not to be in the prison any longer.
Oh. I've been drinking.
It's milk.
No.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't think I've had milk since I was a child. And always with cookies.
It's very healthy, you know.
Yes.
Oh, I love milk. I love milk in cold cereal. Do you love milk in cold cereal?
From time to time.
Oh, gosh. Do you ever have it for breakfast?
Well, once in a while I do, yes.
Tell me about that.
Just so I've got this right, you want to hear about my breakfast habits?
I want to hear all about how you eat your cold cereal with milk.
Well, first, I go to the kitchen and I open the cupboard and I take out the cereal box. Good. Open the next cupboard. Oh. Pull out the container. Pour the cereal into it. Then I go to the refrigerator, take out the milk, pour it in, grab a spoon, and stick it in my mouth.
You're amazing.
Why, do you eat cereal differently?
No, not at all. You know, in addition to cereal, I love sports. Do you like football? Do you like, no, you sure? That's all right.
Daddy was a very big football fan.
Oh, I understand.
Do you?
You must have been upset when he would watch the game all the time.
I hated it.
Which games did he watch?
Let's see. He was a tennis buff, believe it or not.
I thought you said he liked football.
He does like football.
Which football games did he watch?
The ones with the men who run around and tackle each other.
He watched touch football?
I don't know what it's called. Why are you asking me this? And he never watched it, really. He just listened to it on the radio.
I understand.
He's very old-fashioned.
You like to go to fancy places?
You mean like the prison?
No. For example, Hollywood. Have you ever been to a fancy place in Hollywood?
Well, no. I've never been to Hollywood. Why are you asking?
You're a real nuisance.
You're wanting to control me again, aren't you?
You're right, this is awful.
I recommend the bourbon. It's healthy in a different way. So what's all this questioning and Hollywood stuff?
I just have one more question for you. If you were to keep sugar somewhere safe for your guests to eat when they wanted, would you keep it in a cup, a bowl, or a jar?
Oh. Oh, wait. Can I change my mind? I just realized sugar doesn't have needs a top on it.
No, it doesn't.
I tried so I'm very sorry, Mrs. Barber.
What are you doing?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to kill you now.
Well, I think that's a bad idea.
Well, it probably is, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm crazy.
won't do it.
I don't think you will.
Watch me.
Go ahead.
Are you going to try to kill me with that thing?
Maybe and maybe not.
Well, if you try to kill me, I'll kill you first.
Why
Because then
don't
it's
you
self-defense.
come here and face me, like they did in the Old West. And see if you have the courage. A nest for a skipper. This was all your fault.
Mrs. Barber! Oh my goodness! Mrs. Barber!
Miranda, I wasn't able to. Murder! Murderer! There's been a murder!
Well, well, well. Isn't this interesting? And so exciting. It gives us an opportunity to turn the page and see a whole new chapter of our little tale. New places, new people. I wonder what will happen next. Isn't it exciting?
Yes.
Hello. Are you the man that I contacted through the newspaper?
I'm him. Yes, of course.
I'm June Frick. How lovely to meet you.
The pleasure is mine, Miss Frick. Please, have a seat here. Thank you for meeting me here in this cafe.
My pleasure. It's been a long time since I've been able to get out. You see, I've been away for a while. It's a pleasure to be with a real live man like yourself.
Well, the pleasure is mine.
I think I need a cigarette. Why, yes,
I don't have a light. I apologize.
that's okay. I don't have a cigarette. Tell me your first name again.
Jonathan.
What a lovely name.
Yes.
So many syllables. You seem nervous, Jonathan.
I'm very nervous.
Why are you so nervous?
Someone was murdered in this town.
Really?
Yes.
Oh dear. How terrible. Murder is such an awful crime. It's just terrible when somebody's murdered. Why, I've heard of that happening before. Who was murdered? Do you know?
A woman. Miranda Barber.
Miranda Barber.
Yes. Miss Frick, is it?
Yes, Miss Frick is my name. June Frick.
Well, I put an ad on paper because I was following her.
You were following Barber?
Yes.
Miss
I had been
Barber.
hired by her husband. He was suspicious of her activities. She was having an affair.
Oh, dear. Oh, you know, I must admit that I know this Mrs. Barber, Miranda.
Do you?
I know her very well.
Very good. That's what the article that I put on paper requested. The ad. If anyone had known her, please meet me here. And there you are.
I thought I was meeting you for personal reasons. Yes, I know her quite well. You see, she managed a sort of bed and breakfast, if you will. One in which I stayed at for quite a long time.
The police report has put out that it was a blonde woman.
Yes.
She was seen holding the knife in her hand. I'm trying to track her down.
Oh dear. You know, there were quite a few blonde women in the bed and breakfast that I stayed at. I wonder if I might know such a woman, capable of such a thing.
Do you remember her name at all?
Well, I want to say bowl.
Bowl. That's very interesting that you mentioned that. Because next to the body was a bowl that was turned over. That is a clue.
I believe I know who it was. Her name, I believe is it Barbara? Is her name?
Barbara is the murder victim. Yes.
Miss Barber. Mrs. Barber is the murder victim.
Miss Barber, yes, of course.
This woman with the bowl. I know who she is, if I could just think of her name.
I need a name. Please, Eddie.
Grace, you've done what?
I didn't murder anybody, I swear. I just walked in.
Oh, this is not good at all, not good at all. I might have one of my episodes.
No, Carl, we've been working on this. It's okay. There are no bulls in sight right now.
How can I trust you? You've come from that asylum and now you are accused of murder.
Carl, you must believe me. How could I, someone who was in prison for 5 years for the murder of my sister, which I did not commit, how could I risk that to go back to prison again?
Oh, you wouldn't risk our love, of course.
Never.
Grace, I've worked so hard while you were in prison to get this small but cozy home for us. I would just hate for you to go away again.
Carl, come with me.
Yes, you're right. We must flee. We can't stay here any longer. Oh, and yet I worked so hard to pick the very things that you love. Curtains that don't have any round shapes on them, just stars. And oh, out this window, a garden. Oh, how I wish we could just have picnics there on Sundays.
Carl, it's time we go to him.
No, I can't see him again, no!
It's okay, my father will be nicer this time, I swear it.
Your father ruined my life.
He's our only hope.
But even if I consider that, he's halfway across the country.
I've been thinking of it. Why don't you and I buy train tickets? We can travel together. It will be like a little honeymoon.
Oh,
Except we haven't been married yet.
yes.
Unless you're planning on that sometimes.
Now seems like a poor time to consider. And of course I would need to ask your father's hand. Yeah, your father's permission for your hand. I wouldn't dare go near that hand that slapped me so gruesomely. Yes, Grace, we shall go to him.
Thank you, Carl.
Who knows? Perhaps one day we can start a life anew and find a new little home somewhere for us.
You've done such a wonderful job, Carl. Maybe we can sell those curtains.
Well, off with us.
Todd, relax, relax. Just sit down. And
Oh, it was
Well-
horrible.
we're waiting for the police to arrive. Why don't you tell me everything you saw and don't leave out any of the gruesome details? I moved the body so you won't have to look at it. All that's left is that splotch of blood on the floor.
Oh, my poor Miranda. Well, I entered the room to tell her that I still hadn't found Mother, but that I'd found a clue. But as soon as I entered, I saw someone standing over her. One of her former patients, Grace.
Yes, tell me more.
She was holding a bloody knife, and Miranda was splayed out on the floor. It looked like she'd been scalped.
That's ridiculous.
I can only tell you what it seemed like I saw.
Todd, this woman, this Grace, she stole from you the woman you love.
Yes, we were going to run away together with Mother.
Yes, I know. I know all about it.
How do you know that?
Well, there's a hole in that wall over there. And I listen to everything that happens in the rooms in the motel while I'm not there.
That's horrible. But in this case, it may prove to be a benefit.
Yes.
Did you see things that were equally suspicious?
No, it's an ear hole.
And did you hear things that were suspicious?
I heard her say, I'm going to kill you so that that wimpy Todd can't have you.
She was always a very headstrong prisoner.
She called you Mother's boy.
She was cellmates with Mother. I believe she thought that I was a bit of a mother's boy, and I made her pay for that. Why, any time she disrespected Mother, it was straight to the hole with her. I think I know where she's gone, Nathan.
Do you?
Yes.
Todd, don't you understand? As long as she's out there, she's a danger to you. She'll probably try to frame you for the murder.
You're right.
I think you should kill her. Unless you're too much of a...
Don't say it.
I would.
I'll do what has to be done.
Would you?
If I was standing face to face with Miranda's killer, why, I'm a man of justice.
Tell me what you would say.
I would say, I've got no grace for you, Grace. And I'm about to cut you like a bowl cut. She's great bowls. I'm not good at pithy lines. But I'm telling you, that's where she's gone.
Where?
Trust me.
Where?
Her hometown, Tupperware, Illinois. It's the only city in the country that has no bowls. It's where she was raised.
They don't call the round Tupperware receptacles bowls?
No, they just call them Tupperware. Why, the second she left home, she was so frightened by the outside world, she placed all her fears into these bowls. That's why she can't stand the sight of them. Or she couldn't until she was partially restored and able to be set free from our prison.
Good God, Todd, if you were a real man, I'd kiss you.
We've got to get to Tupperware, Illinois.
You've got to find Grace and destroy her before she gets a chance to tell her warped story to the police and put you behind bars for her crime.
Of course.
With Mother, Todd?
Without her, I won't have the strength.
My God, you are a little mother's boy, aren't you? Well, look at you. Without her, I wouldn't have the strength.
Didn't you love your mother?
Shut up! And don't talk about my mommy! Todd, I'll help you.
You will, David?
I'll help you track her down. But you've got to do this without your mother.
I don't know if I can.
Todd, I'll tell you a secret if you promise not to tell anyone.
Okay.
My mother so greatly abused her children that my older brother Norman killed her, dressed up like her, killed people as her, and now is wallowing in an insane asylum thinking he's her.
You're just trying to make me feel better. Then, will you come with me? I think I know where Mother might be.
The point of my story was that mothers are no good, Tom. Tom, don't you understand?
It's Todd.
Todd. I'm sorry, I was thinking of my first cat. But it was a Tom cat.
That's fine. You're right. I've got to go, and I can't spare a minute. But the thought of Mother out there alone somewhere, it just leaves me a fright. So I'll leave a note at the front desk. And if Mother comes by, she'll know. She'll know that I've gone to Tupperware, Illinois, to catch Grace.
There's one problem.
What?
I'm the only one who works at the front desk. And I'm here.
Do you have a bulletin board?
No, but if you give me the note, I'll give
We'll put a notice in the paper. Mother always reads the paper.
That sounds like a great idea, Todd, doesn't it?
Thank you, Nate.
Oh, I like the way you drive, Jonathan.
Thank you, Mrs. Frick.
You know, I should go by Miss Frick these days. See, my husband's dead.
Really?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Oh, in a very mysterious and odd way. Well, he was attacked by a tractor.
Attacked by a tractor?
Why, yes. Strangely, the tractor was on its own, without a driver. My husband was out in the field, for God knows what reason, and that tractor just went after him.
Now pull over and park here. I want to hear the rest of the story. It's quite wild.
Yes. So the tractor chased him down like a cheetah after a gazelle. My husband could run fast, you see. He had long, slender legs. That's why I loved him. But he couldn't run faster than a tractor, unfortunately. And eventually that tractor caught up with him. And eventually he was crushed.
How tragic.
It was terrible. He was
Mrs. Frick.
flattened.
Mrs. Frick,
Jonathan.
I must say that I'm very happy that you are here trying to help me find this killer.
I believe I know her name now. You see, I forgot that I carry this little book. This little black book of names. And she was a roommate of mine at one point. Her name is Grace.
Grace.
Grace. Yes, there it is.
Mrs. Grace. Well, I will find her. You know, I always had assumed that it might be the man that she was having an affair with might have killed her. A weak man. A mommy's boy. His name is Todd.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
Sniveling little rut of a man.
Oh!
Yeah.
Long, slender legs?
Yes.
I'm sure it was Grace and not Todd.
No, yes, it was Grace, but I'm trying to say that I'm surprised it wasn't Todd.
Oh, he would never do such a thing unless he had somebody telling him to do such a thing.
I have to pull over again. I must confess something to you.
What is it? What is it? You're attracted to me, I know.
I am.
I knew it from the day that I saw you there in the cafe.
The instant my eyes lit upon yours, I knew that a woman like you is wild and crazy.
You've got my number, Jonathan. I am wild and crazy. Wilder and crazier than you could ever imagine.
Kiss me.
It's amazing how smooth these train rides can be, Tom.
Truly the romantic and most modern form of travel.
I'll say, we're just a moment away from Tupperware.
Quick trip.
I'm surprised we didn't even slow down when we passed Formica.
Or when we didn't stop at that rest stop with the country's largest spork.
Todd,
Yes, Nathan?
as we're waiting to pull into Tupperware, I think we could work on some of those exercises in which you were going to break away from your mother.
All right, I think I'm ready to try.
I'll paint a picture for you, and you try not to get upset.
Okay.
Your mother, in the arms of another man. Not
What? How dare you! How dare you! I'm sorry.
Gosh, Todd, I'm certainly not trying to bring you to a state of lunacy.
No, of course not.
Let's try again.
Sure.
Your mother,